from Finney Christian Academy. Justice and Mercy, a one-act play written by Sister Billy Tate, inspired from a sermon by Reverend J. Wright. This Passover, it will be resolved, it will be settled. Which was more necessary, justice or mercy? Do we believe in an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, a life for a life? Who was right? Both parties will present their evidence at 12 o'clock. The prophets of God have been trying to convince men for years that if they continue to believe in an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth, there will be many blind, toothless people. It is 12 o'clock. I see justice is present. We will give mercy a bit more time.
I am on time always. I believe in order. Everything has a place and should be in its place. If you believe in the law, if you do things the way they are supposed to be done, there will never be a need for forgiveness and mercy. These are signs of weakness. When you operate from strength and justice, there will never be a need for such spineless characters like mercy.
Ma'am, I understand. I hear your appeal. You feel you should win because you are in the proper place at the proper time. But that is not always enough to win the case.
Your Honor, I am present and ready with my case. You must find for me. Almost from the beginning, man has known the law. Nothing will ever work unless man is made to do right or suffer the consequences. I appeal to you to do what is right and find for me justice.
We will wait, ma'am. I will wait until 3 p.m.
Your Honor, look at this evidence based on Deuteronomy. Have you considered my brief on the law of Moses? Please note how things should work better when there is order and logic. Come on here, Mercy. I have somewhere else to be. Judge, almost 2 hours have passed. Can't you see Mercy is not going to show? She is afraid of what will happen and has chosen not to appear.
Ma'am, I remind you again, I am in charge here. I will determine the outcome. These proceedings are in my hands alone.
Mercy, where are you? Come here already. It is 2:55. Finally you arrived. Where have you been? Judge, just look at her appearance. You should hold her in contempt of court for the way she looks.
You can't imagine what I've been through. First, I had to walk Moses over the Red Sea. Pharaoh and his army was chasing him, trying to kill Moses and the Israelites. Whew, it was rough for a while, but I provided a carpet for them, and Pharaoh's army drowned.
That is no excuse for being late. You should have let the Israelites die. They probably had done something wrong anyway, or Pharaoh would not have been chasing them.
Your Honor, I apologize for being late, but Daniel got caught in the lion's den. They wanted him to bow down and acknowledge their God, but Daniel was not going to compromise. I had to step in and put my hand in the lion's mouth to protect Daniel. And Your Honor, when I thought I was almost going to make it, the Hebrew boys had the same problem. They too refused to bow down to a foreign god. They were placed in a fiery furnace. It was hot. But they had no reason being there. I had to step in. That is why I unfortunately look the way that I do.
They had to have done something wrong, or the king would not have placed him in a fiery furnace. People don't do things just to be doing them.
You are overruled. Mercy.
Then there was going to be warfare between this huge giant named Goliath and this little bitty boy named David, who only had some rocks and a slingshot. Your Honor, you can see this was not going to be fair. Even justice should understand that.
I thought it was fair. Anyway, David shouldn't have been there in the first place. Someone else should have fought Goliath.
So I had to step in. Then, when I thought I was almost Then Martha sent word that their brother Lazarus was dead. They were on my case because they said if I had just shown up earlier, Lazarus would not have died. I had to move the rock. Smells so bad. But Lazarus is alive. Then some Roman soldiers nailed me to a cross and pierced me in the side. That is why you see bloodstains. They didn't know what they were doing.
Judge, are you going to believe this nonsense?
Yes, I am. It is finished.